Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Ernesto, your local Bay Area realtor, and on this week's episode, we're going to go into the top 3 mistakes that I see sellers making when listing their home. Before we begin, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so that I know you like this content. It'll encourage me to produce more of it for you. So let's dig in. Problem number 1 is going to be very poor quality photos. Sometimes they're of awkward angles, they're super dark, and frankly, it seems like your realtor is taking those photos with their iPhone. Now, the iPhone has advanced quite a bit and the camera is a really good quality, but nothing replaces an actual professional camera. So here's the problem that this causes, and let's not overthink it. Bottom line is you are not putting your best foot forward. And I want you to put yourself in the position of a buyer. You're scrolling through different properties in a city or a neighborhood that you're interested in visiting. You see all these really well prepared and well presented homes with super bright and clean professional photography. And then there's yours. The angles are awkward, the photos are dark. You're giving off the impression that yours is not one of the best homes in the neighborhood, which is not something that you want to achieve. I'll give you a couple of solutions. Solution number 1 is if you are in fact maybe on a super tight budget, you can get your cell phone photos enhanced. There's different freelance websites where you can get this done and they will come out better than what came off of your phone, which helps. However, ideally, and what I strongly recommend is that you just make the investment of hiring a professional photographer to come in and take great photos. It would be nice if you had a video walkthrough, and it would be nice if you had a 3D walkthrough as well. However, that's not necessarily required depending on the property that you're listing. But what I will say is that skipping out on high quality photos taken by a professional photographer is not a step that I recommend you skip. From my personal experience as a realtor, I can tell you that there's often times where I will take buyers to a home that looked amazing online. We love the photos, we love the presentation, and when we arrive, the property itself in person is a little bit less impressive than we expected. However, thanks to great marketing and great presentation, that's why we chose to visit that home to begin with, which is great. Conversely, the opposite is also true, and there are times where I will see properties stay on the market for a lot longer than I think that they should have, that are in great parts of town, that are in great homes, but the photos online don't do the property justice, and I don't want you to be one of those sellers. The second mistake that I see sellers make that I recommend that you don't is choosing not to get the home staged. There are a couple of issues that arise by you making the decision to not get your home staged. One is that in the Bay Area, it has become the norm and the standard for homes to be shown in their best possible first impression, and by choosing to not get your home staged, you will not be one of those homes that stands out. A second issue that arises by you choosing to not get your home staged is that when a buyer walks in, it feels empty, it feels cold, it doesn't feel exciting, they don't envision themselves living there, and that is not what you're going for when you're putting your home on the market. So I'll give you a couple of solutions, and the first one is pretty obvious. Get it staged. Staging really makes a good impression on buyers when they walk in, and you want to make that investment in your home when you're putting it on the market. A second solution that I'll recommend if you're having a tough time coming up with the funds required to actually stage your home with real furniture is you can actually do it virtually now. There are different providers and websites like Fiverr.com where there are people and freelancers that can digitally enhance your photos to make it look as though there's actual furniture there. And while that's not the same as actually having furniture when somebody walks inside, it will help your digital marketing presence and make it look as though it is staged. The third mistake that I see sellers make is that they choose not to provide full inspections upon listing their home. So there's a couple of problems that arise by not providing full inspections up front to potential buyers upon listing your home. The first is that you open up yourself to the possibility that somebody will find something upon inspecting the home that's going to catch everybody off guard, including you. The second issue is that by not providing full inspection reports up front, you are creating an environment to where buyers are less likely to drop their inspection contingency. And so by you providing the inspections up front, you increase the odds that you get a cleaner offer from the beginning. And so the solution to this problem is pretty obvious. I highly recommend and I highly advise that you provide inspections up front. This is going to give you the peace of mind of knowing exactly what is wrong with the home. You'll be able to be in a position where you can decide if you want to fix all the issues, maybe just some of the issues, and everybody's got a clear understanding of what kind of condition the home is in, and you drastically increase the odds that somebody's going to give you an offer that is contingency free because you have provided the inspections that are going to clear up all the doubts that a buyer may have. And so in wrapping up the topic of inspections and why I highly advise that you provide them, In doing so, you are putting yourself in a position to where there are no surprises. You don't want to get in a contract and put yourself in a negotiation stance to where somebody is going to have leverage over you by raising a surprise that you then have to address. And so by providing those reports up front and getting crystal clear understanding of what kind of condition your home is, you highly reduce the odds that somebody's going to back you into a corner because of an inspection issue. And that's all because you made the wise decision of providing them upfront.